Google search trends. And they base this off of pretty much, if I have this written down correctly, because I love how much we fine-tune these headlines to say, these are the top Google search trends of sports in 2016. Then you see this, like the list, and you go, that can't be possible. So they based this on, they focused on trending only, meaning search queries that had the highest spike in traffic over a sustained period in 2016 as compared to 2015. The most trending U.S. pro sports teams, the Chicago Cubbies, the Cleveland Indians, the Pittsburgh Penguins. No offense to hockey, I'm just shocked that like the Panthers, the Broncos who played in the Super Bowl got trumped by the Pittsburgh Penguins. I know who won the Stanley Cup, the Oklahoma City Thunder for obvious reasons.
White people Google more. That's what that means.
Is that true?
That's why all the hockey teams, I don't know, I'm just trying to figure out why hockey's everywhere on this list.
White people Google more.
Must be.
Blanket statement for 2017. We move forward because we have athletes. This shouldn't surprise anybody because the guy just wins so many medals. And of course, when the Olympics happen, and in terms of a sustained period of time, like for 2.5 weeks, we all really care.
Right.
We all really care. Like leading up to the Olympics, Francis and myself did a ton of Rio is a disaster. And then after the Olympics, we also said, once again, it was an effing disaster. Like the fallout and everything that happened and the poverty that's going to go on and how much it's going to cripple the economy even more in Rio because of the Olympics. And everyone's like, but they did such a beautiful job.
Yeah.
For a 2.5 week window. So Phelps and Simone Biles.
That's the thing is the reason that all these Olympians are there is because you Google things you don't know about.
Right.
And it's such a time to learn about things that you then defend and are super patriotic about that you didn't know about like 2 weeks ago. Like who the hell was Simone Biles? She's the greatest of all time? All right, great, awesome, we're great. And now I'm gonna memorize a bunch of facts about her.
Right.
By Googling her.
And if you have pink guy like Bob Costas, you'd have to have trouble seeing those facts.
Poor guy. I
think that's like the most remarkable thing in sports broadcast history.
Yeah, and I think you have a lot of stuff like OKC made its way in because people are Googling, scandal.
So Colin Kaepernick,
Yeah,
understandably, it's just like a very bad NFL quarterback. Like if those who are like so blind to the news and just don't follow anything, and like they look at that and go like, is it 2012? The F is going on.
Right. Well, that's it. Those are the kinds of things that you can identify, make it into lists like this.
I think we have NFL players specifically.
There you go.
Cap, Dak, Carson Wentz, and Larry Tunsil.
So you've got what? You've got a guy who did great, and people just Google Cam Newton because they need his smile to light up their screen.
I think he's the most polarizing athlete in the NFL.
He's
he's the most photogenic athlete.
God, he's got a great smile.
He does.
Colin Kaepernick because and Laramie Tunsil, we got two controversial figures, and then we got two rookies.
Dak.
Yeah, and they're in the right order.
Dakota Prescott. I always forget his first name. It's Dak, short for Dakota.
Same as Dak Fanning, one of my favorite actresses.
Oh, it's a good one,
Yeah,
Dakota Fanning.
Have you ever been to North Dak?
NBA players, KD, and like I mentioned, the two, Steven Adams and Draymond Green.
Yeah, and they're together, as they will be in our minds forever.
So Steven Adams gets this W.
Why is Dwight Howard on there?
Because Dwight Howard moved to Atlanta, possibly because all the stuff about the resurgence of Kobe calling him soft like Sherman.
Yeah, which he is. He's a head case.
He's a head case.
Two head cases in completely different ways.
What about the soccer ball? 10 of those. No Ronaldo.
Sorry.
No, so I know you're not into the world of the crazy, but what's so crazy about this is you know these names, especially your favorite Mesut Ozil.
Oh, I love Mesut Ozil.
They spelt Robert Lewandowski wrong. There should be an I at the end there. Lewandowski.
Interesting.
Lewandowski, the Polish striker. And lastly, is that it? Was that? Oh no, we have the best. My favorite, the Olympic moments trends, because the Tonga flag bearer.
Oh, we need a little powder on that guy.
Also, what is Olympic cupping? Could you help me?
Olympic cupping was a way. It definitely seems like a sex move.
It is, but go on.
But Olympic cupping was the treatment that they used with suction cups.
Oh,
and
that's
so you saw all these
right.
Olympians with these strange discolored circles on their body, and it was because they were cupping to suck out all the pain, and it was a treatment that a lot of people swear by.
Olympic cupping.
The green pool thing was also something that I thought was awesome.
The algae problem?
The algae problem, for those who forget, there was a lot of speculation. After everyone stopped caring about it, they identified the problem, and the problem was that they put hydrogen peroxide in the pool by accident, and it was canceling out the chlorine.
Oh my God.
And so just stuff was turning green in the pool. And they let it be that way because it took 12 hours to drain, clean, and refill the pool. And there was too much stuff going on. And there was a lull between the diving, where you don't need to see what's going on in the water, and the synchronized swimming, where you absolutely do. And so that's why they drained it then, refilled it, and started again.
Yeah, it would be really funny if they couldn't show the pool, so you just had commentary. And they're in order, and they're all in a circle, and now they're not in a circle.
Trust me! You can't see anything, but trust me, they're fine.
There's a beautiful dive. So there was Olympic torchlighting was on there. The refugee team was actually, I thought, one of the best stories of the year.
Yeah.
And the opening and closing ceremonies. I always mention this. The opening ceremony of the Olympics is my favorite thing in sports. Possibly ever. Like every 4 years. Because when you have to appease all of the cultures, you can't not be extremely offensive. It's impossible to appease certain places and respect them without tremendously offending somebody else.
Yeah. You're kind of thinking to yourself, like, oh my God, this is offensive, but the country's putting it on. Right. So it's like, oh, like when Russia did it, I was like, wow, they're kind of making fun of Russia. They all look like weirdos, like tumbling in pastel outfits.
They were popping out of holes like gophers.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
But
that's the other thing is no one understands it when they go like, well, what's the meaning? And then they dissect it and they're like, well, now in Rio, it is accustomed to climb to the top of the big Jesus statue. And on the you do a Jesus move, and that's why they brought in 1,600 little ants to recreate.
Yeah. I don't know. It looks
what's
cool.
What's the statue called? Being very offensive.
Jesus, the Christ the Redeemer.
Christ the Redeemer. Christ the Redeemer.
Wow.
Nice.
I just pulled Christ the Redeemer out of my butt.
I think of the Tony Hawk Christ 900 move.
There you go.
All right. Those who are watching on Pluto TV and those watching on the YouTube, you can follow Brett Erlich. That's Brett Erlich, correct?
Yeah, E-R-L-I-C-H, Erlich.
Have you ever thought about changing it to K, Earlick, to change it to complete E-A-R-L-I-C-K?
Ehrlich. Ehrlich, I like that. But apparently Erlich is German for really?
Is it really?
Yeah. You serious right now? Really? That's what it means. It means seriously? So I got that going for me, which is nice.
At Brett_seriously? No one's actually listening at this point, so you can just look at the chyron if you've gotten to this point in the clip. Like, favorite, subscribe to the YouTube channel, goes a long way. Ding the bell or something is what they're telling us on YouTube now. If you ding the bell, you've subscribed like 7 times, and you don't get anything for it besides our videos in your subscription box. We'll see you next time.